In the middle of a pandemic where life has slowed down tremendously, do you find yourself desiring for the simple life still? A lot of us do. And you know what? It seems like we're all still too busy and we have too much stuff and we owe too many bills, mainly because we have too much stuff. And if you ever said to yourself, I wish I could stop the world and get off, then you probably are. You one of them people that would be a very good candidate for a life of simplicity. But have you ever thought truly, what does it mean when we say, simplicity? Some people, when they think of simplicity, they start thinking about, shoot, I don't want to live a life of poverty. I don't want to lower my ambitions. I want to remain a go-getter. You might think of the simple life that way, but no, and the simple life isn't empty, it's not boring. Okay? You kind of got to rethink it. Simplicity doesn't take away from your life. Actually, I believe that it adds quality and contentment to your life. And when it comes to life, simplicity definitely doesn't mean being in poverty. You know, it's really the opposite. When you identify all the stuff and all the people who are really important to you, life can take on a whole new meaning. And then you start to intentionally choose to do the things that will create and increase the quality of your life. And then the big result of that will be that your life will be richer. And in no way will it be poor. Okay, for the most part, a lot of us, I say us, okay, since, we're the right where you are family, right? So most of us, we can't possibly have the problem that, and we don't realize, isn't that we need more, okay? What we need is better. Do you have a lot of stuff that you don't even use anymore? Have you ever thought about, I really need to sit down, take the time, get rid of it? I know sometimes I look at my closet, and even though I may have it organized, I still need to declutter it because I have things in there that I don't wear. And I had went through it once, and then I realized I need to go back through here again and declutter again. Take those things that I no longer use. It's not that they're not good, that they don't add value, but they are things that I no longer use, but they could be of value to somebody else. So if I take the time to get rid of them and give them to people who don't have anything, it's adding value to my life, but it's also going to be adding value to somebody else's life, which means it's depleting me of some of my need to have stuff. Because you have to even get in an unselfish mode to give stuff away. So you get rid of those things and you give it to people who don't have. And if you have a schedule that's so full that you don't have time for the people that you love and the activities that really make you happy, those activities you think about getting ready to do and you smile, guess what? Yeah, you need to rethink, you need to simplify it. Reprioritize it. Okay? Now, while you're going through that closet and you getting ready to give stuff away, and learning to say no would be another thing. Sometimes we got to say yes to getting rid of the mess and no to so-and-so. So sometimes we have to learn to prioritize. And then this right here is a way that we can declutter our life, our closets, but also we're simplifying our life. Sometimes the reasons our life gets so complicated is that we're too self-centered. Oh, did I say that? Yeah. Sometimes we can be so self-centered that we complicate our lives. And sometimes we got to get from being so absorbed into what we think and what we want, but to be more centered. And when we become more centered, that's in God. And you have to be careful about that. Sometimes you can get centered, but what are you getting centered in? And you get more centered in God, then that brings simplicity. God isn't the one who leads us into a complicated life. God, he said, I'll lead you beside the still waters. He makes life peaceful and serene. So God doesn't complicate our life. God doesn't add stress to our life. We can do that real good by ourselves, right? Do you agree? So what God wants us to do, God wants us to take them little bitty things and the stress in our life and give them over to him. You know, it's the small foxes that destroys the vine. But you know what I'm learning, and I have learned and continue to learn, is when I trust God. And if you would but trust God and let him take the lead in your life, you'll find that life will be more peaceful and it'll be a whole lot more productive. And guess what? You'll naturally want to clear out the clutter to make more room for God.